Hi, I'm Gary Bailey, men's basketball coach at Grace Bible College. I want to welcome you to the 2014-15 season, and I just want to take a couple minutes to introduce you to the team.
Hi, I'm Matt Jensen, 6'1" freshman out of Sparta, Michigan.
Matt comes to us from Sparta, Michigan. He actually played basketball with Bradford last year, our point guard, and Matt's about a 6'2" guard, real high flyer, great athletic ability, can shoot it, can penetrate. Real happy that Matt is here, and he's going to really help us this year. We see him seeing the floor right away. You'll hear him, he's more known by his nickname, Chewy. I don't think I even call him Matt anymore, so Chewy Jensen at number 1 for us.
Hi, Rod Alador, 6' junior out of Poplar, Florida.
Rod Alador, 6'1", he's actually from Florida by way of Rema out in Oklahoma, and he will be a junior this year. And Rod is a guy that we're really expecting big things from this year. He is another high flyer. He had some tremendous blocks last year at 6'1". They got great timing, can really play above the rim. Offensive skills are very, very good. He's a great passer. He's got a nice pull-up jumper and a really, really good defender. He's a guy that can play the 1, 2, or 3 for us, and looking for big things from Rod this year as well.
Hi, my name is Gabe Hernandez. I'm a 5'10" freshman from Zeeland, Michigan.
Gabe Hernandez, an incoming freshman. Gabe out of Zeeland, Michigan. He's about a 5'10", 5'11" guard. He can play the point or the 2. Real aggressive player, offense and defense. He can really shoot the ball. I know at one point he held some records at Zeeland High School for three-point shooting. Really like Gabe. Is a great person. Another guy that we expect to come in and play as a freshman. Can play the 1 or 2, as I said. Really like having Gabe on the team. We're going to get some good leadership out of Gabe as well.
Hi, I'm Carlin Jackson, 6'1" senior out of Melvindale High School.
Number 5 is Carlin Jackson, 6'1" senior out of Melvindale, Michigan. Carlin is spent 3 years on the JV for us, and brought him up to varsity this year. Aggressive player. He is a post or 4 player in a 6'1" body. He loves to get in and bang. He's a tremendous rebounder. This summer, during some summer workouts, we were very impressed with Carlin, and we think that he can give us some good minutes this year. He just is always around the basketball, a good defender, and we're expecting some leadership out of him as a senior as well.
Hi, I'm Jordan Bilesma, 5'10" sophomore from Byron Center, Michigan.
Jordan Bilesma. Jordan is coming off an ACL tear, did not play at all last year, and it was just disappointing. He just kind of a freak play in last year's practice right at the beginning of the year before the season started, and went through surgery, rehab, came back. He's fully ready to go. Jordan is another guy that can play at the guard spots. We like him better at the 2 because he can shoot it. Plays hard, good guy. Another one of those guys that is going to be pushing for minutes right away. Jordan is just so happy that he came back as healthy as he did from last year's injury.
Hi, I'm VanLoof from Huntsville, Michigan. I'm a 6'7" junior.
BJ VanLoof. We recruited BJ out of high school, Hudsonville High School. He came in and actually started for us as a freshman. 6'7", can play the post, can play the guard, he can shoot it from outside. He kind of has an unorthodox play with the ball, kind of a Dirk Nowitzki kind of a player, and just can get his shot off against anybody. And after his freshman year, BJ transferred to Calvin College and played there 1 year, and had a nice season for Calvin. And this year he called and said he wanted to come back to Grace and over the summer, and we were able to make sure that he would be eligible. And So happy to have BJ back here. He's just a great fit for our program, and he's another one of those guys that'll be vying for a starting job, and he comes back to us as a junior this season.
Hi, my name is Jared Bradford. I'm a 5'10" sophomore, and I'm out of Sparta, Michigan.
Number 14, Jared Bradford. Jared came off the bench for us last year as a freshman, and halfway through the season, or maybe the first third of the season, after that, we knew that we had to have Jared on the floor. He's a great floor general. He's about 5'10", and just a real quick guard, can shoot it. Actually, was 1 point away from leading us in scoring last year as a freshman. Really came on when we needed him in the regionals, and we had some injuries, and Jared really stepped up for us. Just an all-around player. I mean, fearless at going to the basket, knows how to get his shot off in traffic and against bigger players. Jared, you know, I'd like to say he's going to have a breakout season this year, but he may have had that last year. This year we're just looking for the same consistency, probably a little more leadership out of him as a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Travis Rader, 6'5" senior out of Wayland, Michigan.
Travis Rader. Travis was an academic All-American last year. Travis, just a good all-around player. He has had very balanced player. A couple years ago, he had a dunk that was number 4 on ESPN, top 10, and you would never know that happened to him. He's just pretty even-keeled, and but a real high flyer, plays above the rim, has a tremendous three-point shot. This summer he's learned a little more how to get to the basket, and just finishes so well around the basket, and will bring a lot of leadership this year. He came to me in the summer and said, "Coach, you know, I'm a senior and I need to show a little better leadership, and I want to volunteer for anything I can do and help in that." And we appreciate Travis. Great kid, great player.
Hi, I'm Brad Rosenswag. I'm a 6'6" senior from Forest Hills Eastern.
Brad Rosenswig. Brad sprained his ankle last year in the first game of the regionals and missed the rest of the season, missed the regionals and our run to the Final Four. Brad, smart player. The rebounds that he doesn't get, he tries to get a hand on the ball, and he's great at tipping it to a teammate if he knows he can't get the ball. He had some big games for us rebound-wise. Early in the season, he was averaging about 13 a game. That kind of slowed as our offense changed a little bit. For a big man, he can really shoot the three, and Brad can play the 3, 4, or 5 for us. He worked really hard on his body this year, and he has a great basketball body. You know, certainly capable of mixing it up inside. And again, Brad, the senior, looking for leadership out of him. And again, he'll be right in the mix this year too for good minutes.
Hi, I'm Jake Blaukamp, 6'1" senior from Granville High School.
Senior Jake Blaukamp. It's hard to believe that he's a senior. It just seems like yesterday that we were talking to Jake about coming to Grace. Jake is the kind of player that every coach dreams of. He is your coach on the floor, constantly talking. At 6'1", Jake can play the point. Last year, late in the season when we were banged up, Jake actually played some post for us, and he loved it. He wanted to be in the post. He's a nice player, can shoot the three, can get to the basket, really good defender. His freshman, sophomore year, he was hampered by some knee problems. Really bounced back, finally had a healthy season last year, and we're looking for him to have a healthy year this year. With some of our new defensive schemes, they're designed perfectly for Jake and his style of defensive play. Really excited that he's healthy and back for his senior season. Another academic All-American, Jake Blaukamp.
Hi, Kramer, 6'7" senior from Ida, Michigan.
At the 4, number 34, 6'7" senior Cameron Kramer. Cam was an All-American last year, first-team All-American. He was All-Region. He led us in scoring and was right there, I think, second in rebounding last year. He's the type of player more designed to play the 4 than the 5, but he's gotten a little bit stronger. A tremendous shot. He can come all the way out and shoot the 3, and we don't mind that. Probably one of the best shooters on the team. He keeps the ball high. Really love having some extra bigs this year to help Cam around the basket so he can sneak out a little bit. Cam's, like I said, he's tall, he's long, and he affects a lot of shots around the basket. Looking for big things from Cam. Great kid, like I said, an academic All-American as well, and just hoping that he has another great year as a senior.
How you doing? I'm Bernard Smith, 6'5", freshman from West Michigan Christian High School.
6'5", Bernard Smith. This signing we were so excited that Bernard chose Grace over a lot of the other schools that he had an opportunity to attend. And while we were recruiting Bernard, I remember standing in line waiting with the other coaches just to say hey to him after the game, and all these big schools that wanted Bernard. And we were so fortunate to have him. An awesome kid. The people on campus already love this guy. Just love him to death. He just a great personality. He is a load. And I don't mean that in a negative way. You don't move him inside. 6'5", I think he's about 250, strong, just a perfect size big man. Jumps really well. He'll dunk over you if he needs to. He reminds me of another player that played here freshman year, Alan Durham. Same type of kid, hungry to learn, and he's going to really shore us up inside. He and Luke McEn at the 5 are really going to help us this year to take some of the load off from some of our other guys that we feel might be more suited to play the 3 or 4. But Bernard is he certainly is going to get the attention of everyone in the country this year. He's that type of player. As long as he stays healthy and continues to work, he's got a great work ethic, and just really proud of Bernard. And he's in the gym, just a lot of the time that he's just in between classes and so forth. And he's from West Michigan Christian High School. The first time I went to see him play, they could hardly get him the ball, and I didn't think he did that much. I mean, you could still see he could play. And his stat line, I think he had 31 and 18, 31 points, 18 rebounds that night, and I was just shocked. And so we sent one of our assistant coaches to watch him play a week later, and that was Coach George, and Coach George called me and said, hey, the game's over, and I said, how'd Bernard do? He said, same thing. They triple teamed him, they couldn't get him the ball, and I said, what was his stat line? He said he had 45 points and 22 rebounds, and that's just the type of player he is, just a lot of putbacks, tip-ins. He's great at the free throw line. You're not going to be able to foul him because he will make you pay. But number 50, Bernard Smith.
Hi, my name is Paul Tenharmsel. I'm a 6'5" junior out of Caledonia High School.
Junior Paul Tenharmsel. Paul is a really dynamic player, very athletic. Out of high school, he was heavily recruited, actually signed with Eastern Michigan, D1 in the MAC. And opted out after they fired their coach, and ended up playing one semester at Wayne State. Didn't like it down there, came to Grace, went to school that year and the next, and last year, second semester, he was able to suit up for us. Paul's a high flyer. He can jump out of the gym, dunk over you, on you. Probably one of the best three-point shooters, natural three-point shooters to ever to play at Grace. Can really fill it up. Paul, we're looking for some good things out of Paul this year. Just got to continue, work on conditioning and some other things, and Paul should be right in the mix again this year. He really helped us last year.
Hi, I'm Luke McEn, a 6'9" junior from Fremont, Michigan.
At 6'9", number 55, Luke McEn. Luke is, he has improved every year since he's been here. He's just he's one of my favorite players to be around, awesome personality, and this year it just seems like his offensive skills have gone to another level. He's really good in the post, especially close to the basket. He actually surprised us lately with a little mid-range jumper. He's really long. He jumps well. He takes up a lot of space. He actually led us in rebounding for the most part of the year last year, and he only averaged about 15 to 17 minutes a game. Always around the basketball, works hard. He can run the floor, and coming in as a junior this year, we really expect he and Bernard to be able to cover that 5 spot for us, and like I said, allow some of the other players to move away from the basket a little bit. But you know, as long as Luke keeps working hard, we said by the time he's a junior or senior, he certainly can be dominant in the NCCAA. And he gave a lot of teams in Division III and NAI last year a lot of trouble inside. Like I said, he just always around the basket, and he finishes pretty well around the basket. Well, that's our squad for this year. I did want to say a couple things about our JV team. We have some really nice players on the JV team. We actually brought in some players for the varsity, and when we talked to those guys, we just said, you know, give us a year on JV to continue to develop our coach. David Oldebecking just does a great job developing our players for us, and we've got a really nice squad put together on our JV level, and a lot of these guys you're going to see next year on the varsity, and quite possibly even yet this year. We're that good. We're really excited about the recruiting class that we had from top to bottom this year. But anyway, thanks for taking the time to watch this and learn a little bit about the team. Hope to see you at a game this year. If there's anything we can ever do for you, make sure you let us know. Thanks.